Alright, we are back on Hero Colosseum, and this is a special video because this is something that I'm actually very excited to talk about. I don't know if this has been talked about before, but either way, I'm excited because I haven't talked about it yet. At least I don't remember talking about it at all. So, before we get into it though, your boy Rubes Cubes has a birthday coming up this month in August. Your boy Rubes Cubes. Now let me tell you something about Rubes. Every single time there's an update and there's new figures, I'm pretty damn sure he is always the first person on day one to have every single figure, and on his channel he always has a video uploaded and has every single figure up for display. I absolutely always check that video every single mother freaking time because Rubes is always there for your boy every single freaking time. He is there, he hits me up, he says, dude, I have every, because he knows I'm lazy. Rubes knows I am absolutely lazy when it comes to grinding to get these figures, so every time he has a video up and he has every single figure on display, he says, yo, I got every single figure up, I know you want to see him, I know you want to put more decks together, go check them out. And I'm like, yeah, thank you my boy, I'm on my way. So happy birthday my boy, and if you guys see your boy Rubes Cubes in the comments, do please tell him happy birthday, because as I said before, that is a special day for every single person on this planet, because I mean that's the day you were brought into this world. So happy birthday, man, happy birthday. So here's what I want to talk about. And I'm excited about this. You probably already saw it in the title. This game needs custom figures. Oh my god, this game needs custom figures. It would change everything if we had custom figures. And I actually did put some time into this. I actually, because at first I wasn't going to put any time into thinking about this, but I actually thought of a really good, well, let me say first that I stole this system from another game, and I will say what that other game is here in a second. But obviously, because they're two completely different games, they can't have the exact same systems. So I actually I was at work and I was thinking about it. I was thinking about this video, and what I ended up thinking about was how the system could actually be, and I actually did come up with a small little system. Now, obviously, there's some stuff that has to be changed, and especially one of the main things is the posing skills part. We're going to talk about everything about how I think this system should go if they ever decide to make custom figures, but yeah, let's just get into it. so here's what I was thinking. They need custom figures in this game. It would change everything because you could actually customize what your figures do, what their stats are. I mean, oh my god, could you imagine all the crazy crap people would come up with? Now, the main thing I thought about when I thought about this is they would have to limit. Each team can only have one custom figure, maybe two, but honestly, I think just one custom figure per team, that would have to be the max, because if you put 3 custom figures on a team, and you can make them into any figure you want, and obviously everybody would try to make 3 badass OP figures, and they would put all 3 of them out on the first turn, they would all do something incredibly crazy and be incredibly OP. Nah, that would not work. That would break the game. People thought Vegeta Evolution was broken. No, 3 custom figures and you can make all 3 of them do something crazy. That would break the game. So I'm thinking 1, maybe 2 at the max. Maybe 2 at the max, but honestly, I think 1 per team would be perfect. So the very first thing I was thinking about for these custom figures is you would have to grind and actually get, how do I put this? You would have to get, you know, the bases that they sit on. I was thinking that they would give you blank bases, right? So first of all, the game that I stole this idea from is Dragon Ball Heroes. So when you're grinding, you can actually get blank cards, because you know they have cards in that game, right? Well, you get blank cards, and each card has a certain amount of points, and you use those points to develop your custom card, and the more you put into the card, the more points you lose, and once you hit 0 points, you can't do anything else with the card. So I was thinking that would actually be perfect for Hero Colosseum, like absolutely perfect. And the first thing I thought about was, you have, instead of having SRs and URs and all that in Hero Colosseum, they have stars. They have 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. Then they have some other stuff, but I don't know the exact order that those go. But basically, it's the same thing as Ns, Rs, SRs, and URs. So I was thinking the first thing they should do is, while you're grinding for these things, however they would do it, probably through online matches, you'll randomly get them. Maybe in free battle, you'll randomly get them. And then it should be like an empty base. That's what it should look like when you get it. And then it's either going to be an N, an R, an SR, or a UR. Depending on what rarity that base is, you can make your custom figure. And I'm thinking the custom figure should be like any of your avatars, like any of them, because everybody has a crap ton of different created characters. Any of them, you pick which one you want. They could have like 20 pre-selected poses, because you know all these figures have poses. Am I talking too fast? I don't know why, but the whole idea of these custom figures has me crazy excited. Alright, so back on track. So, alright, so first of all, when I was thinking about how this would work, I was trying to be as realistic as possible. Like, I'm trying to think realistically how they would actually put this into the game. So the first thing I'm thinking is actually they would probably just put those bases in a summon. Those custom figures probably would go into the summon pack, and then it would be hell trying to get them. The second thing I thought about was each version of the figures, like the UR should have a certain amount of points, a minimum amount and a maximum amount. If they all have the same amount, then the moment you get a UR and you make it into whatever you're going to make it, every single UR for every single player is going to be the same. I don't think they would want that, because unfortunately, they want us to grind in this game. They want us to grind a lot. So they don't want you to just get lucky and get a UR and then say, okay, I got my UR, I'm done. They're going to want to, and this is actually another thing that Dragon Ball Heroes does, like when you get a 4-star card, which is, I believe that's the best card you can get. I haven't seen anything above that. They don't all have set points. They all have a minimum and a maximum, and when you get it, it's going to range somewhere between that number. So I think they would do the same thing here, because they don't want you to just get a UR and be done. If you get a UR and it's like in the middle of the road or at the bottom, they want you to be like, damn, I want the maximum possible UR. I want to make the strongest figure I can. That's probably what would happen. Then, of course, the ends would have a certain amount. Obviously, the ends would have the least amount of points, because then you can only upgrade your ends so much. Then Rs would have a little bit more than the ends, SRs would have a little bit more than the Rs, and URs would have the maximum. It would have more than the SRs, obviously, right? So then now you have to spend your points and actually add their posing skills, how many posing slots they have. Now, every single one should have 3 slots. Like I said before, ends, Rs, they should have 3 slots. Everything should have 3 slots. We're not going to worry about that. But then you got to spend the points to get everything. Now here's the first thing, or well, the third or fourth thing. So the point system. At first I was thinking it should be a set amount of points, just like it is in Dragon Ball Heroes. But then I thought about it and I was like, there's no way in hell that they would allow us to do that, because that would mean that whatever you got and you customize it, he's automatically going to be level 99. So they would not let us do that. So I thought about it and I was like, to be fair to the developers, instead of having a set amount of points and then you use those points, instead it should have a set amount of, let's say, a maximum amount of experience points that you can put into the figure. So I was thinking URs would range somewhere between 91,000 and 100,000 experience. At first I was thinking of a way smaller number, but then I thought, how much experience does it take to get a UR from level 1 to level 99? It takes a crap ton. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, to be realistic, they would probably say 91,000 to 100,000 for URs. SRs might be like 80,000 to 90,000, or 81,000 to 90,000. Rs might be, what is it, 71,000 to 80,000, you know what I mean, right? So I'll stick to URs, because obviously if they did do this, then everybody would be aiming to get URs. So let's say you got a UR, it has the maximum amount, 100,000 experience. So now you got to go grind experience. I know, I said it, I hate it too, but that's probably what they would do. You got to go grind experience and then put that experience into your UR, and you can keep doing it to buff it up until you max out at 100,000 experience. So the first thing you would do, obviously, you would pick which one of your characters you want to put in there. Then you'd pick a pose, a regular ass pose. So they would probably give you like 20 preset poses, and then you pick what pose you want your figure to have on the base. Then you pick your posing skill. So your posing skill, obviously the most OP, like let's say you want to use Towa's posing skill of switching the attack and the speed, one of the most OP skills in the game, right? Well, that's going to take maybe 50,000 experience. A lot, right? And we have to do it that way. If it was any less than that, people would be making crazy OP figures. Crazy OP. So I was thinking something like Towa's skill would take 50,000 experience. So now you only have another 50,000 left. The next thing you would want to add is the posing spots. How many posing spots they have and where those posing spots are. I was thinking you could do up to 3. Automatically, all of them should have 1 because they have to have at least 1. So automatically they have 1. Then in order to have the second one, you would pay maybe like 5,000 experience points. for the second one. Then the third one, they have to pay a lot more, so I'm thinking maybe like 10,000 for the third one if you decide to add a third one. And the reason why it should be more is because Fu's the only one in the entire game that has 3 posing spots, right? I'm not entirely sure, it's been so long. So, but 3 is something that should cost a lot more. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they made it like 20,000. But I'm thinking, because of the way the stats go, I'm thinking 5,000 for the second slot and 10,000 for the third slot. So after you get all that done, now you got to put the rest of your points into their stats. So the numbers that I have figured out so far, they actually seem okay. I would have to go back and double check and make sure that they would work out, that they're all balanced. That way somebody wouldn't make a figure that's insanely OP, or somebody wouldn't make a figure and it would end up being insanely weak. But the numbers I have so far, they seem like they're okay. I'm not going to share them right now just because I honestly don't know if they're okay. I would have to, double check. So once you're all done with that, your figure's done. Now, I was thinking there's so much crap you could do with it. You could either make a figure with Beerus's ability to just go through the defense and then give them opposing skill in all 3 columns. So now your opponent has to worry about, oh, he's got a figure that can go through our defense and he can actually put them in any column he wants. It sounds devastating at first, but for you to be able to do all that, you know how many points that would take? That would mean that you don't have that many points to put into their attack. You would probably have to put all the points into their attack, and then they would have hardly any speed, and now he's got to figure out how to combine him with other speed figures that way to make sure he attacks first, because he's going to have no HP, no defense, no speed. It would be pretty balanced. He can hit you with a devastating attack, but he can't take a devastating attack his damn self. You know what I mean? That would keep it balanced. Or you can make a figure that has absolutely no posing skill, has only 1 posing spot, and you can just buff the crap out of its stats. That, I don't know if that would be too OP or if that would be super weak. I don't know. It has no posing skill, so that's something you don't have to worry about. But that 1 spot that it does have, your opponent would have to pay extra careful of what they put in that spot. Because if you give that thing maximum attack, maximum speed, and he has no posing skill, he has no other spot to go to, and he's going to go right, man, that would be insane. There's so many different, oh my gosh. I love it, man. Just thinking about it, I love it. I hope one day they put custom figures and they put it this exact way for us to build whatever the hell they want. But as I'm saying this, do you see why I'm saying that it should probably be 1 per team? Because imagine if you had 3 custom figures and you do something like this, people just start figuring out all kinds of crazy combinations. Just imagine that for a moment. It would be insane. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. I was actually really excited when I was thinking about this, so I apologize for that. If I was talking too fast and anybody wants me to explain it slower and more clear so it's easier to understand, I'd be more than happy to make a new video. I'll post everything. I'll make pictures and everything of how I think the system should work, the point system and everything. Then it would be cool if we actually had comments and people would say, well, I would do this, I would do that, I would do the other, and I would make this figure. He would be based on this, he would have this ability, these stats. That would actually be kind of cool. If we actually do a video next time and I put the whole system in a video, then you guys actually went through the system and was like, this is what I would want, this is what I would do, and put it in the comments. Because I would actually love to see all the crazy different combinations that everybody would do. That would actually be kind of cool. That would honestly be kind of cool. And I'm sitting here talking on a black screen like I always freaking do. So that's the end of this video. Please like it if you like it. You should subscribe if you want more. And join me in the next one. Alright, y'all. I'm out.